Hello student, good morning. Yesterday we learned about chapter number 3 linear regression and its formula. हम लोग चैप्टर नंबर 3 का रिवीजन कर चुके हैं. Today we are going to start our chapter number 4 time series. First of all, what is the meaning of time series? A time series is a set of observations taken at specified time periods. Why is it important for us? Why time series is important for us? So the direction and pattern of variation in the values of the series can be known from the past data. The variation in the future can be estimated from the extent of variation in the values of the series. Important decision can be taken from the estimated value of the future, and industrial as well as government policies can be easily framed. Two or more industrialist or government institution can make a comparatively study from the data of the time series obtained by them. Understand? Why is it important for us? हमारे लिए टाइम सीरीज इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है? नाउ व्हाट आर द यूजेस ऑफ टाइम सीरीज? टू आइडेंटिफाई द वेरियस फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग द वेरिएबल ऑफ द टाइम सीरीज. नाउ नेक्स्ट, to segregate these factors and determine the extent of effect of each factor on the given variable. It is possible to know the past situation and use it to obtain the type of measure of the variation. It is possible to estimate the value of the variable in future using statistical methods. Proper decision can be taken for the future using the estimated values, and activities can be planned accordingly. A comparative study can be carried out for the variations in the given variable at different places or time intervals. The estimates obtained from the past data can be compared with the present values, and the reasons for the differences between them can be investigated. Now, another point, components of time series. Now, components of time series. First, long-term components or trend. Right? What is its meaning? The variation seen in the variable of the time series over a very long period time is the effect of long-term component or trend. Understand? सबसे लॉन्ग टर्म कंपोनेंट कहाँ पे इफेक्ट करता है कि जिसमें सबसे लंबा टाइमिंग चेंजेस होता है, उसमें क्या होता है, लॉन्ग टर्म कंपोनेंट इफेक्ट करता है. In this term, short-term variations are ignored as the long-term variation in the time series are studied in the trend. Understand? And we will denote the components of showing trend in the variable yt of the time series as tt. Now moving to the next, seasonal components. The variation occurring in the time series variable almost regularly over a very short period of time is the effect of a seasonal components. The period of oscillation of such a variation is usually less than a year. There are the two types of seasonal components. First is effect of natural factors and then effect of man-made factors. First, effect of natural factors. The variation in the values of the time series occur in association with the reason or weather fluctuation. Such variation occur at almost regular intervals. For example, the demand of fans, cooler or AC increases during a summer, whereas the demand of woolen increases in winter. The market price reduces when the new crop is ready. So this is called effect of natural factors. Now moving to the effect of man-made factors. The variation occurring regularly in less than 1 year period are caused by the festivals, customs in the society, habits of people. For example, the purchase of ornaments increases during a marriage season. Kites are demanded during Uttarayan. The number of customers increases at the restaurant or theaters during a weekends. Increase in the purchases of clothing and gift articles during a festival. As the period of oscillation of this type of variation is almost certain, they are called regular variation. So this is called effect of man-made factors. Now moving to the cyclical components. The variation occurring in the time series variable at approximately regular intervals of more than 1 year are the effects of cyclical components. Taking one example of the cyclical components, these cycles pass through the 4 stages, the cycles of boom and recession, right? हम एक एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं बूम एंड रिसेशन का. सो दिस साइकिल पास थ्रू द 4 stages, namely depression, recovery, boom and recession. These variations are found in the time series of trade and financial matters such as production, period of an item, prices of shares in the market, investment, etc. Right? The traders can plan suitably with the help of estimate of time and measure these variation. Now moving to the next, random or irregular components. What is the meaning of random or irregular components? So the effect of irregular or random components are also seen in the variation of the variable of time series in addition to the approximately regular short-term components like seasonal and cyclical, which also give short-term effect. If the values in this series changes due to the sudden unpredictable cause, the changes are called random variation. Right? This fluctuation appear completely unexpected and are irregular. It cannot be predicted. It does repeat regularly and not be controlled. Right? The variation occurs due to the natural disasters like earthquake, floods, and due to the man-made situation like war, strike, political upheaval. The estimates can contain error due to these components. So these are 4 components of time series. Now next topic, additive model of time series. Additive model of time series, YT is equal to TT plus ST plus CT plus RT. TT, it means trend, as for seasonal trend, cyclical trend and random trend. Understand? So this is the additive model of time series. Now moving to the methods of measuring trend. Now method of measuring trend, first graphical method, then method of least squares, and the method of moving averages. So graphical method, this method is easy to understand and use. The trend can be found without any mathematical formula or calculation. This method can be used even if the trend is not linear. But there is one limitation for it. It is possible that different people draw different curve, hence the uniformity is not maintained in the trend and its estimates. So next method of least square method. Now next, method of least square. As a limitation of the graphical method, we saw that if a mathematical technique is not used, then the trend and estimate obtained from it change from person to person and its reliability cannot be known. So if you want to find the linear trend of the time series by mathematical method, we have to use these 3 formulas. First step, B is equal to n into sigma ty minus sigma t into sigma y divided by n sigma t square minus sigma t whole square. Then next step, A is equal to y bar minus bt bar, and last one, y cap estimation value of y is equal to a plus bt. Understand? Look at here student, taking one example of 3 monthly, quarterly, yearly moving average. Here year is given 2010, 11, 12, 13, y 20, 30, 10, 20, timing 1, 2, 3 and 4, total of 3 digits. So we have to cover 3 digits here and write down in the middle. So 20 plus 30 plus 10 is equal to 60. Then next 3 here we have to cover and write down in the middle 30 plus 10 plus 20, it is also 60. Find out average. So how we have find average? So 60 divided by 3, because total of 3 digits we have to divide by 3. 60 divided by 3 is equal to 20. 60 divided by 3 is equal to 20. So this is the 3 monthly, quarterly, yearly moving average. which one is asked in the question in the examination? We have to follow the same method. Now moving to the next 4 monthly, quarterly, yearly moving average. Year, Y, T, total of 4 month, 4 year, 4 quarter, then pairwise total, and then we have to find average. Now look at here student, year, it is a one example of 4 monthly, quarterly, yearly moving average. Year 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Y is equal to given 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20. Then total of 4 month या 4 year या 4 quarter का total. So 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40. First cover 4 year. Right, 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40. So it is 100. Then next 4 year we have to cover. Then write down in the middle of those 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 10 is equal to 100. Then next 4 year we have to cover 40 plus 30 plus 40 plus 10 plus 20. It is also 100. Then next column pairwise total. Then 100 plus 100, 200. Then again 100 plus 100, 200. Now we have to find average. 200 divided by 8 is equal to 25. 200 divided by 8 is equal to 25. Now why we have to divide by 8? So this total involves 8 values. Each total is divided by 8, which gives the 4 yearly, monthly, quarterly averages. Understand? Now moving to the next average. Next 5 monthly, quarterly, yearly moving average. So here is a year 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Y is also given. Timing is also given. Total and average. So we have to cover first 5 years and then do a total 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 10 plus 40. Then next 5 year we have to cover 20 plus 30 plus 10 plus 40 plus 50. Then next 5 years we have to cover 30 plus 10 plus 40 plus 50 plus 60. So our answer is this total 110, 150, 190. After finding this total we have to find average. So average 110 divided by 5 because total is for 5 digits. So we have to divide by 5 and we have to find 5 monthly, yearly, quarterly moving average. So 110 divided by 5, 22. 150 divided by 5, 30. 190 divided by 5, 38. So our lecture is over here. I hope you understand it very well. And revision of chapter number 4 is also over here. I hope you understand it very well. Thank you student. See you soon. Bye.